Let's Talk Stroke. I am your host and stroke survivor, Jerry Wall. And for those of you that are new here, I first started doing this show to bring awareness to stroke, TBI, aphasia, brain injury, and also wanted to provide a platform for all survivors to share their journeys from all across the world, and also bring on experts in brain health so they can share their knowledge with us. So, well, this morning, my guest is Rochelle Burke, and Rochelle will talk about her journey, what she's been going through. Rochelle had 3 strokes, and she also um, is a disability advocate, author, and interviewer, YouTuber, blogger, podcaster, social media manager. There's a lot of things she's doing, so which is awesome. So please make comments, um, make ask questions too, and also if you haven't done that, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So let's go ahead and get started, and then we'll bring her on. Hey, good morning, Kelly. I want to ask you, um, can you guys hear me? Am I like far away? Just need to know if I have to switch mics and all that. So let me just start here. Perfect. So Kelly, can you hear me okay? Am I like far away and all that? Even you, Yvonne, I can see you out there. Anyway, let's bring on the wonderful Rochelle Burke. There we
Hello.
go. How are you? Salute. Am I I'm far away, or can you hear me okay? You sound slightly muffled. Okay.
There. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, I'm glad you. I'm going to turn my volume up here anyway, and I'll
Mhm.
work on the mic. Use that better. And I'm glad you told me, Rochelle, before. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yes. Good morning, Ray. Good morning, Kelly. Sound okay. Sound fine, but slightly muffled. You both sound great. So you just telling us that. uh, so, Rochelle, how are you?
I am okay.
Okay. Yeah.
As best as I can.
Right. Right. And you are located where?
In Barbados, in the Caribbean.
Awesome. Awesome. That's then it's hurricane season, isn't it?
It's hot.
It's
Very hot.
what's hot there compared to us here?
Let me see. About we deal with celeries,
Yep.
and so say around 26 is hot for me.
Right. Right.
For me, because I love cold weather.
Wow.
But we got really hot when we go to 30 and above.
Yeah. I'm not really good at the Celsius. uh,
Right. So I can't remember what it is in Fahrenheit.
yeah.
Fahrenheit. But I think that's 90, from around 90 and going up.
Yeah.
It's
That's
too hot for me.
yeah.
But we're in that.
Wow. Yeah. That is hot because ours has been well over 100, and then when you add the humidity, it like yesterday I think it was 109. Oh,
Right. I
terrible.
I cannot deal with that.
Exactly. I understand. Um, good morning, Mark. Thanks you guys for being here. And Sharon, I haven't seen you from Nova Scotia, Canada. Good to see you here. And so let's rewind the clock. Who is Rochelle?
Well, Rochelle, well, before the stroke,
Yes.
I was a single mother, then married, then a business owner, had 2 business, then my husband's business and church, attendance, um, school PTA.
Wow.
Um, I did everything you could see. I did everything. Work, do community work, everything that person is supposed to do really.
Right.
I did. So I was always going. I was never a person to sit down, and everyone used to call me the ever ready money. Right. So
Yeah, yeah.
just
Wow.
I just didn't sit down. So that was me in a nutshell.
Right, right. Wow. Things have changed since then.
So much.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just looking at some of the comments too. Um, yeah, thanks for commenting, you guys.
Oh,
Appreciate it.
say thank you, Salud, telling me about the difference between the Celsius and the Fahrenheit.
Right?
Thank you. Yeah, and Kelly. Yeah.
Yeah, I see all that. And, great people out here. You know, when you guys come on, tell us where you're from.
Yeah. I remember a lot of these names.
These good. Yeah, it's been a
Yeah.
while since you know, a couple of years maybe. I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, years, but I remember some of these names.
Yeah, good, good. A lot of new ones, but still, I'm glad you remember them. Um,
Yeah.
thank you, Brad, Chicago, um, from South Wales. Oh, and Mike from South Wales, United Kingdom. Nice to see you. So you had your first stroke, and what caused it? You know?
I had my first stroke in 2017, and that's a year after I got married. So
Oh,
I was just a newlywed,
right,
and I got my stroke, and all to this time, they do not know why I had my strokes, but it was a hemorrhagic stroke,
right,
and it just came on me like a what you say, like a thief in the night. It was so sudden because that day, um, my husband, my children, we we went fishing that day. We went working on our house and everything. So we got home like around 9 or 10, and we were getting ready for our bed.
right.
And when I went to the bed, instead of climbing the bed, I fell down on the bed and I
Wow,
could not move. But I knew that it was stroke. Although I never had anything, I didn't know anyone with it or thing, but I remember hearing um persons account about it on the TV. And
wow,
I said, this feeling have to be a stroke. And I told my husband, I have a stroke. Get me to the hospital. That's the last thing I remember.
wow, wow. Did you spend time? Well, hemorrhagic. You probably spent some time in the
Ye-
hospital,
Yes, I was in a coma, and then um, a lot happened in the hospital that was very traumatic.
right?
But a lot of it I can't remember. Some are in pieces, and some that I remember. But in all, I was in the hospital for 5 weeks.
How many weeks?
5 weeks.
5 weeks. Okay. Wow. 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 Then you have a second one.
Yeah, then I had, and that first stroke was the one that took away my speech, my upright, made me paralyzed on my right side from my head to my foot and things. So that was the major stroke. Then the second stroke was in 2018, another year later. Was just again just sneak on me. I was just on the bed, reading, watching a YouTube channel
Right?
video, and I felt the feeling coming on me, but this time it was on my good side, the left side, and I
Right.
said, "Nope, stop! I'll go back to the right. If I have to get another shot, let it be on my right." And it literally, the feeling stopped at my waist and went back to my right side.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Crazy.
felt it. I felt it.
Wow.
So that year, I was able, after the first stroke, I was able to shuffle,
Right?
get, but then the second one just took it away.
Wow.
So, but I wasn't, again, in my strokes, I was never sad, afraid,
Wow. Good for you.
angry, never asked a question. I never
Wow.
asked, well, why I'm sick. Never
Wow.
in my whole life.
Wow.
So when it happened, I said, okay, all right, thank you, Lord. At least my left side is has been spared.
Wow. It's shocking. I never knew that it started out on the same, no, the opposite side, your unaffected side, and it switched over to your right side.
Yeah, because I when I start to feel it around my shoulder,
Right?
and then my face started, because I could see it. I turn my phone on camera to watch what's going on, right?
Wow.
So then my face went down. I said, and then I was talking and said, Lord, no. And I said, if I'm supposed to get another straw, send it back to my right side. At that time, was not thinking take it away. I was just saying, if it's supposed to happen,
Yeah.
just do it. And then I then the feeling in my hand, so I dropped the phone, and I felt it in my waist, and I prayed, go back, go to the right, and then it happened.
Never
Yeah.
heard that. How there was a comment up here or a question. Um, Asked how long were you in a coma? In coma?
I think they told me, say, about 3 weeks. Oh, no, 3 days to a week. But it seems that I had to be in when I came out, because when I had the first stroke, they told my husband that I'm dying.
Wow.
So told him there's nothing out there could do for me.
Right.
So um, they told him to just wait, or to wait. They, they just want to see after the fourth 24 hours.
Right.
But then I was in a coma. So it seemed I was in and out during, say, about 3 weeks. I was in and out.
Wow. That's amazing. Thank you, Mike Peters. I know it's not for me, but you see the comment there where he said to you, he says, beautiful face.
Oh, thank you.
I love this. Yeah, I am really blown away on how much God, Salute said. It's amazing. He spoke to the Lord, and look what happened. That's
Yes,
unbelievable.
every day, because and that's been my life, my whole life. I do not do anything, even putting on clothes, without going to the Lord first, because I do not give myself the power to wake up every morning. So I go to Him first,
Right?
and then my week or day, then I will do what I have to do. So, but if I'm going to pray in the good times, why don't you pray in your trials? So that was a trial that day.
Right. Right.
So I just pray about, Lord, if I'm supposed to get another stroke, because everything that happens in life is a reason. There's no coincidences.
Right?
Everything is for a reason. So I say, okay, this is another puzzle in the big picture that you have for me. So if I'm supposed to have another stroke, all of this I was thinking and talking with God. I say, well, put it back on my right side. I at least I want my left side. So at least I could do something.
Right?
So the Lord heard and it went to the right side. So
That's wow. So then after that, you had a third stroke.
yeah. And it was a year after in 2019.
Wow.
Again, I get another um a sneak attack. But that was like a TIA, a
Okay.
small straw. And again, and as a friend told me, I do not watch YouTube channels because I was watching another video. Because you can't really go nowhere and anything. I cannot afford that motor motor motorized wheelchair. So, and my home is very small, so the only thing I could do is be in bed. You understand? So that's being in bed, and then I remember I asked my cousin to bring me some water,
Right?
and when he came, his eyes um got really big, and I said that I felt it. I felt it. I said, "Wait, I'm having another stroke." My face looked funny, and he had the water in his hand like this. He was like,
Wow.
and then he do so. I said, "Okay," and I just said, "Okay,
Wow.
okay, all right, Lord." The third one, okay. So I just lay down. I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
But it was only like a second, and then I was feeling good. It
Wow.
went away.
Wow. I see Yvonne is asking, do they know what the cause was on any of them?
No, every time I go to a hospital, they do not know what is the cause because I'm too young, and they really test me. Well, um what I can afford, they test me on, and what they do free because we have free health care.
Wow.
So what what I could afford and what they do, and they cannot find
Oh,
anything. And that's been my life from a baby. From every 3 times a year, I will be in a hospital from 14 months to now, and there's all different illnesses, mystery, disease, and different things. And all you will see in my notes is do not know, do not know, because they're so weird.
yeah.
So again, that's why I said I was um, connected with the Lord from the beginning, because I said, well, I got to do something. There's something the Lord want me to do.
Right.
So I don't know what all of these diseases and illnesses are for, but whatever it is, um, he's saying that I'm strong.
Yeah, obviously, yes.
This is my 16th time brush with death. So
Well, there's a reason why you're here. You've got a purpose in life.
exactly.
Yeah. And you actually are doing interviews. I think I was on your show.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
I started, well, when I couldn't speak.
right.
I could not speak at all. The only thing after 3 weeks I could have say is me, me, me. I used to be me, 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 me. Everything was me, me, me.
Right.
And I was laying down. This is from the first row. I was laying down in December. I was just laying down because I was not strong enough to sit up. So I took my phone and I went on YouTube and record myself trying to teach myself to talk because I could not afford a speech therapist.
Right.
So my mom used to help me, and then I say I'm going to teach myself. So, but I made the videos private,
Right.
never to be seen, because it's me and my rawness, just talking to myself. But my husband saw them and said, this might help someone going through the same. So he said, make it public. So I did that, and I just tried to talk. And well, you won't be able to say it anymore because a few months ago I just delete everything with dealing with straw off of my channel because I was going to delete the channel, but that's another thing,
Right.
right? So
Right.
um, but you will see it on Facebook. I had my video is still on Facebook, and I start to put it out on YouTube, and then persons were um subscribing and being encouraged. I didn't think that I was helping anyone, but
Yeah. Yeah.
but they
You found out. That
yeah, they
you
wanted
are.
me to do lives, and I was like, live? I have to talk. But I'm so thankful for that because it taught me to be able to talk again, because it had aphasia, and then oh, oh, it was a lot. So then going to therapy rehab, I met other stroke survivors and then asked them, would you be willing to be interviewed? And at this time I did not know that they had um Aaron and you and people who are interviewing persons with stroke.
Right.
And I was so happy that I found you. And then I said I could do this in the Caribbean because we do not have any support
Right.
in
Right.
Barbados, especially in the Caribbean. Um, Once you have a disability in the Caribbean, they like to hide you away. That's what the Caribbean mentality. So I wanted to change that.
And you did. I mean, I remember you drove around. Your husband drove you to other stroke survivors, and then
Yeah,
you interviewed them.
yeah. My
Wow.
husband is my biggest fan and biggest supporter. So
Yep. Wow.
whatever I have to do, wherever, my husband will always be there.
Wow.
And he would that's why we're in the pickle that we are in, but my husband is always there.
Wow. Wow. Now, I know there was another message. Stephen asked, did you smoke?
No,
Never
never
did. Okay.
did no type of drugs. No, I don't drink nothing. My diet was good. Everything
Yeah.
the doctors said they just do not know
Right.
because the
Right.
first one was hemorrhagic. The second was that a word that I cannot pronounce
Ischemic.
is steam it. I there's some words that will never come back, and that's okay.
You spell. I
And
mean, you talk so good. I mean, you really do. I've just.
right,
And
because I
you change.
I try. I really talk talk taught myself
Yes.
to talk because that is the only thing that I prayed for. When I was in the hospital from the
Right.
first stroke, I said, okay, Lord, let me make this deal. I said, you could take everything, you could let the devil take away everything else from me. I could have a whole paralyzed body, but only gave me back my voice, my speech. That is all. That is all. And that's
Right.
what I told the Lord. They said, that is all.
Right.
And he said, oh, okay. And he gave it back to me that, uh, and I had a vision how I got that, my speech back. Um, it was very weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Interesting.
was in bed, and then it seemed someone put me outside of the hospital, but I was high, high in the sky,
Right.
and these two like monsters could say, but then it's like a bird, like birds
Right.
at the side of me, but they couldn't touch me. They're just looking at me like they are afraid of me. So I was like, okay, why am I out here? So then they look at me and then look down and told me to look down. When I looked down, it was like mouse, like people were walking towards the hospital, and
Right.
they were just turned to like mice, and these same black things were swoop down and eat them, and then come back. And that happened 3 times.
Wow.
But it was weird because it was persons were coming and just turning like that. And then a person came in a light and just touched these um the two birds, and then
Right.
they turn back to people and fly away. And then they bring me back and put me back in my hospital bed. And at that point I had the, what I say, the blanket. I had it put up to here because like, what is going on? What is this? And then I saw this beam of light come through the window, come to me, and they said, Rochelle, you will not have no more pain. You will talk again, and you will do what I tell you to do. And just do this. And then I just watch it go through the window, and then I say, wow, God. And everyone in the ward say, Rochelle, you're talking.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, because 3 weeks I could not talk. I could not
Yeah.
even make a sound. But then that thing man got hit there, and I said, whoa, God. And everybody, Rochelle, you're talking.
Wow. It's amazing because yeah, I so just said signs from the Lord.
Yeah. Yeah, because I wasn't afraid. I was just, what does this mean? So a nurse, so only the other patients knew that I was talking. So I said, when the nurse come early in the morning, because this was like around 3, 4. So when the nurse came and she was giving me my medication, I look at her and said, good morning.
Mm.
And she was freaking out. She was like, Rochelle, you're talking. Yeah. So
Oh, that's wonderful. These
yeah.
stories just. So did you go through any of Good morning, Bruce. Is he out there? Did you see any what's it called? Did you feel any like you've interviewed a lot of stroke survivors. You know the depression. We all go through that little hiccups and um, um, before I forget. So did you go through any of that? Does it sound like you were, do you have
Yeah,
your experience?
yeah. Of course, because I am human, and although yes, you're connected with the Lord, but I say yeah, you will still feel you lost a part of you. You're
Yeah,
still grieving. So I would say about 3 years later, after the last stroke, we pray in the Lord's name. The last stroke, um, after I could not do YouTube anymore because of losing the voices and everything, um, there wasn't nothing else I think that I could do. So I went, you can say, a little depression came came in. I can say that was around the time when you start to delete videos um, slightly, and I was just lying down and I was saying, "Oh dear, I can't do anything, and I cannot help others because persons will message me or call me who have strokes and have different disabilities, and you know because I was I'm a certified counselor, so that was one of my business.
well, okay.
So of course I will help them, even though I couldn't talk. They're still calling me. They want me, so I was trying to do it,
Right,
but I I was in in a space that I could smile, I can laugh. I look, I'm the strongest person. I look like the strongest person, but inside, I I felt very small and igni- ign- I want to say that word. A significant, right? So, I always would tell my husband, um, I just useless. I can't do anything. Of course, he would cheer me up. My children, my daughter especially, she would try to sing. But then the Lord just said, "Well, write my devotion because you send devotions every morning."
right,
Because he give me devotions to write every morning. So he said, put it in a book. He told me that 3 years ago.
right,
No, 2 years ago. I was like, all right. But I would never do it because I was in that depression phase.
right. But you're an author, so you've written some books and they're on Amazon.
Yeah.
What books are they? Um,
But I have a children's book, but that was wrote, wrote on, I wrote that years ago, but
okay,
I did it with my stroke brain.
I understand.
Yeah. So that's a children's book, and it was supposed to be a six. Wait, what did you say? 6 part,
Okay,
right? But of course, I have all this story in my brain, but I don't know how to put it down. So that one is teaching you about selfishness.
right,
But the one that the Lord really wanted me to write 3 years ago was the devotion about the spirit and teaching persons that they are stronger than what they think.
right.
So it was published. All two were finished, finalized, and published last week.
Perfect. So that because on the promo that we did, all the links are on my page, and obviously on yours too. Um,
Yeah.
so if you want to order those books or
Yeah.
And your YouTube channel it's still there though, right?
Yeah, because I have a YouTube, and YouTube is wonderful when you find the right persons to subscribe and be friends with. So one who I call my YouTube brother, he
Right,
told me do not delete my channel.
right.
But I had delete everything with Strokes. But I let the I left the interviews. All interviews are still there
Good,
because
good.
I interview in persons with strokes and other persons with their life, their whole life,
Right.
right? And I
Yeah,
love things like that.
yeah.
So I left that. And then it's only a month ago that I said, because I was going to start back my YouTube channel, and I save up for a whole year my money to get a good phone, and Amazon stole it from me. So that gave me a strong blow. So I was like, okay, I was saying this is a sign that do not start. And then I said, look, right, I took up all my phone that is not working. I said, I prayed over it. I prayed over it. I said, Lord, I'm going to do this, but keep my phone and just just keep it to the point that I could just record, do whatever, and put it. And next week will be a month, and it's still going.
Wow.
So I started a garden channel with my one hand.
Oh, that's terrific.
And that's the name is saying, and it's I'm doing it at my windows in my bedroom. So that's the name of it. Gardening through the window with your one hand gardener.
Wow. Wow, that's great. I mean, you, you have a purpose and a lot of things that you're doing is terrific. So, yeah, all your prayers are answered.
Yeah. Yes, it was, because you will say whatever the Lord tell you to do, just do it. Yes, you will run away and things will happen to you that the Lord is trying to get your attention. But sometimes you might think it's not the Lord, but is the Lord. And he said, "Let's slow down, sit down." That's why I think the straw was, because
Uh,
I was always going.
right, right.
So the Lord said, "It's time to sit down." So I had the straw. So I couldn't sit down. So he said, lay down. So I had to lie down.
Right, right.
Yeah. And then the second stroke, because when after I was able to walk a little after the first stroke, I was thinking about, okay, I could start this business, I could do this. Then he said, next stroke, the Lord said, sit down. I'm not finished. And then the third stroke, and then I said, like, okay, I said, all right, I listening now. I listening. All right, all right.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
and then the going into the little depression and thing, he said, I told you to write the book. I told you to write the book. I told you, even with the phone being stolen and everything, Lord said, I told you to write the book. So push it out. So I said, okay, I wrote it and I publish it. So then nothing more, God. Nothing.
That's it. Come on. Oh my goodness. Wow. So what do you tell people that are going through the difficult time? What would you tell somebody?
Um, well, of course, the first the whole thing I would tell them, of God, you know, going to the Lord for good times and bad times.
Right.
But of course, there's a lot of persons who do not believe in the Lord or anything. That is okay to a point. But there's every person is born with wanted to worship something. Everyone is born that way. We always want to worship, even if it's clothes, money, material things, whatever. But you have to find that is God, is Yah, is who want to give you more strength to do what you think that you cannot do. So the only thing I told others was look at yourself. Look at what you can do now. Know that your life is different. Look at and see what is your new talent. You might think that you don't have a talent, but you will see that you get a lot of talents or gifts in this season. This is a new season.
Right.
So look at it and then um how can you cap- capitalize on it? You know, I know a lot of persons who's going through like the family not treating them well, and I know, you know, but
Yeah.
it's something you have to tell yourself. It is not you, it's that person. It's not you who caused your sickness on yourself, and you will not put the sickness on yourself to be in that um situation, but it's the person's problem that they have because are you're at your lowest now. They're going to feel they're higher than you, so they're going to, you know, be
Yeah.
proud over you. And you should always pray for that person, or you should always think positive about that person because that person is going through a problem. It's not you. Don't ever believe because you have a stroke or you're down or you have your disability that the person that is you that causing the problem. No, it's that person. So I always say, always take it from off your chest, off of your shoulder, and give it back to the person. It's not yours. The Lord said, always heap coals of fire on persons who come to you the wrong way. The more you show your love, the more the devil is dealing with that person. And you don't have, and all you have to say, God, that is your problem. That have nothing to do with me.
Right.
And I do that a lot of times. I would say, Lord, that is your business, your battle, not mine. So don't even bother me. And that's what I do.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's working.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
because if you take in other person's problems and their attitude, you make yourself sicker or you kill yourself.
Right. Right.
It's
Absolutely.
that's all you could do.
Yeah.
So no, just push back those negative things back on persons. Pray for a person. If you never pray, if you don't even believe, just say, I am not taking this negative
Yeah.
thoughts and words on me, and I'm sending it back. You know,
Yeah. Absolutely. Wow. So did we miss anything? Because great,
it's
great.
whatever you want to ask or anyone is asking, I will answer.
Yeah. So if anybody has any questions, um, please ask. I know there's Mike Peter said, his wife. I don't know if you knew that he lives in the United Kingdom, South Wales, and his
Hmm.
wife. Well, I think she became a priest when he had his stroke.
Oh, okay, right, and
Wow.
that's the thing. Yeah, a lot of when, especially when you had a stroke, because sometimes it's your attitude just change, either for positive or negative. And even if it's negative, person should never treat you different, because it's really not you, but it's
Right,
just
right.
your, the chemicals in our brain. So that's, as I said, treat us the same, but with a little more compassion, and then we will come back. So
Yeah,
I we we still have to think about our carers,
yeah.
because I remember when I had this stroke, when I was able to s- read, to see people clearly, and that would be 4 weeks after, my husband black hair was totally white, and they told me that he had a shock when I had a stroke. He went shock. He went into shock because he would not eat, would not bathe,
Uh,
he won't work, he won't everything. And so
uh,
when I opened my eyes, I was like, who is this man? My husband's black hair, because again, we are very young. My husband's black hair is white. So if you see my husband now, totally what hair,
yeah.
right? And all the time, I'm always like, um smoothing his face is there. Oh, sorry, husband. So sorry. It's sorry.
Wow.
But it's okay. But we we sometimes we have to think about others, our carers, because they go through loss with us
Right.
too. you
Absolutely.
know.
Yes,
So we
absolutely.
can't be like selfish and say, but as the person who is sick, yes, but their heart was is hurting,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
we have
100%.
we have to think. So that is good that the wife turned to the Lord in a more serious
Yeah.
um way. So sometimes you have it positive, some negative, but everyone goes through a change.
Yeah. Absolutely. 100%. Did you, do you, are you still going out? I mean, do you go to, like, like appointments or anything? Do you,
Yes, well, as I told you earlier, I'm trying to stop it because how my situation is, um my husband and I have never lived together, because we were working on the house when I had a stroke. And because of all the different illnesses I have encountered since the stroke, my husband cannot work steady. So it's be in and out, going to the hospital, doctor, whatever. So my husband cannot work steady. So our house has been on pause.
right.
So the 6 years I still haven't lived with my husband, and where I am is very crowded. So my husband visits me, right? And and I'm at the point I'm wanting to stop all of my appointments. So my husband comes in because I want to live with my husband.
Right.
We really want that, and I don't have appointments that I really have to go to. You're just just to read my, what is it, high blood pressure reading and everything. I could call, you know. So I told my husband, yeah, I'm going to stop. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this 6 years, this in April was 6 years we were married. So I need to live with my husband
Yes,
now.
absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. That's something to look forward
Yeah,
to. Very true.
my husband is like, I'm so sad every day. My
Yeah,
husband tell me I'm very sad every day, and but he said it's not a problem, but he he wants to live. It's time that we live together.
absolutely. Yeah. Well, we'll pray for that.
Yes,
That's,
let's pray for that. Yes.
yeah, absolutely. Well, gosh, Rochelle, this has been great. I'm so happy that you decided to come on here and share your story. It's quite the. I mean, I was looking at all the comments. You're so positive. The outlook that you have is a blessing. Um,
Well, I had to because as I said, being sick from small, um, I just always said this is for a reason. They have to
yeah,
be uh,
right.
having all these illnesses. It have to be so. Um, I said, okay, but this one again, all our life is just one picture, but in puzzle pieces.
Right?
So at the end, we are going to see the big picture. So I want to see the big picture, and the only way you will see that big picture is if you are good with the Lord, so that you could really go with Him, and then you will see
Yes.
your big picture. So I do not want to put any negative thing in the way that might cause me to lose to see that big picture,
Right.
and then with my children, I had to be because I couldn't be the mother and the wife that I want to be, but I can still be a mother and a wife.
Yes.
So just be positive.
That is. I love it. I love it. Well, wow. I appreciate it. It's really been a great,
You're
inspiring
welcome.
show. And we always want to help somebody. Your story is very inspiring. So I'm sure we help. Well, you help some people out there.
Well, I hope so that because
Absolutely.
whenever you're feeling down, just go in your mind, go in your mind and just um tell yourself you're beautiful, you're needed, you're doing something for the community.
Yeah.
Even if it's just to tell someone else good morning, you can message someone else good morning, and that is all. You don't have to say anything else.
Yeah.
Just do something in your own way, and you're helping others, and you do not know it. You
Yeah.
you never know that you're helping someone else.
Absolutely.
And it was wonderful being on this show. And I always follow you. I'm so happy that I met you and everything. I'm thankful that you invite me on this show.
Absolutely. And I'm so glad I met you too. It's been a long time since we really spoke. So I'm glad
Yeah,
that we connected again. I
yeah,
appreciate it so much. I really do. And thank you guys for being here and making comments. And I'm sure we'll go back and look at them and
yeah,
respond. So,
yeah.
Rochelle, again, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.